Hi, this is Jules giving you an update from week 6 of my tinnitus recovery process. I say process because I am still in the process of getting rid of tinnitus, so if you thought that I already got rid of it, then I am so sorry. I didn't mean to falsely lead you onto this video, but it's really just to keep track of myself, to keep myself accountable, to keep myself motivated, and to maintain positivity. So it's also been 6 weeks, not weeks since I've gotten tinnitus, but 6 weeks since I've decided to really work at it from a more self-healing perspective, okay? Because I do know that when we start having tinnitus, it's not like we're not doing anything about it or we want to do anything about it, right? What is the first thing that we do? We go online, we Google it, and then of course we go on tinnitus forums, and everybody has some suggestion, right? Whether it's magnesium, zinc, right, the flavonoids or whatever. Some people say just clean out your ears. I mean, there's so many things, and then of course you Google more and you try to find a tinnitus cure, and so you purchase all of that, and then thousands of dollars later you still have it, and you become frustrated, and you become devastated, and you become super sad, and then of course all the doctors as well as your friends tell you that you just have to live with it, and you don't have to live with it. I want to tell you that right now. It's something that I've lived by my whole life, that if I wasn't born with it, I don't have to live with it, okay? There's many things that have happened in my life that I got something and people are like, you have to live with it, but in the end I didn't have to live with it, because there's always a way. You know, if I was born without a foot, okay, maybe I have to live with it. But even then I can get a prosthetic, right? Because I don't have to live with not having a foot. I can have a fake foot or such, yes? So it's the same with tinnitus. If you weren't born this way, there's clearly something wrong in your body, so therefore you have to fix something in your body, okay? So week 6, there is not too much for me to report, with the exception that I am still working on I still work on my mold cleaning, as well as I am doing a parasite cleanse. So this particular parasite cleanse takes 3 weeks. It's like 3 weeks, do it, 1 week don't, right? I'm planning to do it 3 weeks for now. And then I've just finished the 2nd week, so I have only 1 more week to go. And then the mold, Liam recommends to do this for like 2 months. I am over a month into it, so I'm getting closer to being done with the mold cleanse as well, okay? What is my goal? My goal is that after I'm done with the parasite cleanse, that I will be doing a liver flush. So that should happen next week. When you do a liver flush, you have to prepare a few days ahead of time, so I'm starting next Wednesday. So when I do my video next Friday, I will have prepared for it, and then I will be doing the liver flush next Saturday. So that's my goal. I have everything planned out. Now, why is the liver flush important for me in particular? I feel it's important for myself because when I went to a Chinese herbalist or an acupuncturist, as well as a craniosacral therapist, both of those people immediately went to my liver, okay? They were like, liver, oh my gosh, your liver, right? And so I'm like, okay, now that I'm self-healing myself with diet and other things, now I want to heal my liver, because clearly the liver is a big issue. I mean, everybody mentions the liver, right? Leo mentions the liver, all the doctors. If you read books about the liver, or if you know anything about diseases, it's like usually the liver, right? And so the liver is like an amazing organ, so you probably have to take care of it a little bit better. So that's why I decided to do, I'm deciding to do a liver cleanse / flush, where you get rid of stones in your liver. It's a gallbladder flush, and a lot of people think that the stones are in the gallbladder, but a lot of times they're mostly in the liver. So that's why I'm calling it a liver cleanse. When it comes to my noises, I don't have a 9 or a 10 anymore. If you followed me, you know that I'm very sensitive to my sounds, so 9s and 10s might be like 7s or 8s for other people, but they're for me very, very intense. Very sensitive about it. I don't like noise in general, though I have found that most tinnitus people don't like noise. But anyway, I'm not a noise person. I get very annoyed by noises. And so of course I got tinnitus, right? Because what else could I get? So for me a 9 is like very aggravating. I haven't had a 9, I haven't had a 10, I have had 8s, I do have 7s and 6s. So I'm usually around a 6 or a 7, which I find is quite an improvement from having had 9s and 10s for a really, really long time. So yeah. What are some other things that I do? I changed my diet. I'm eating mostly meat. I've lost 10 pounds. I don't really need to lose weight, but I have lost it. I feel good about it. I don't feel like I am too skinny or anything like that. I think it's what I'm supposed to be. And I actually over the last 3 days, I've begun to sleep much better, which is one of the most important things that you have to fix when you have tinnitus, right? You have to fix your sleep, because what happens in sleep? Autophagy, which is what when you do fasting you try to get into autophagy, right? Like fasting is essentially like just trying to imitate a really good night's sleep. Okay, so if you sleep really well, that's great. So I used to not sleep really well, so now I am not sleeping through the night, but I'm only waking up one time at night, and I'm not waking up at 3 or 3:30 anymore. I'm waking up at 4:30. For me, that's better, because if you know anything about the circadian clock, you know that when you wake up at a certain time, or when you have certain issues with your body a certain time of the day, it usually coincides with a organ of your body. And guess what organ is at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the middle of the morning? The liver. So clearly I have a liver issue, so I'm very happy that I'm working on that. But I'm waking up at 4:30 now, so it looks like my liver is getting better. Oh yes, I ate liver. Liver is probably one of the most disgusting things I've ever had to eat and have ever had to eat in my life. Sorry, eaten, that's not grammar. Yeah, liver is gross. But I've been eating it, so I do feel that definitely helps my liver a lot. Why does it help your liver? Well, I don't know if you know anything about organ eating, but generally when you eat an organ, meat, it helps your own organ to heal better, because right now my body clearly thinks that the liver is an enemy, and so if I eat liver, my body is going to attack the other liver, and my own liver can heal a little bit better, yeah? So, anywho, that's my update. I'm sorry it's a little bit longer today. I didn't really think I had a lot to talk about, but then I'm just talking and rambling. I hope everybody's okay. If you are suffering from tinnitus, I know it's really frustrating. I've had days recently where I've just told myself I don't want to live like this anymore, and I get it. But then you have to remind yourself, and you have to just say, it's not for life. I've gotten better from much worse things than tinnitus. Not that I'm saying tinnitus isn't horrible. I really have to say it's one of the worst things that I've ever had to experience. But I've experienced other things in my life, and I've gotten better from these other things in my life. So I know that it's not for life. I know it's not for life. You can find many people near Liam's forums. If you don't know Liam, it's Liam Stops Tinnitus. Many people near Julian Cownhill's forums and YouTube, they've gotten better. They just don't keep talking about it because they just want to get rid of, not ever think about tinnitus ever again. You can get better. You will get better. Just take care of yourself. Fix your diet, fix your sleep, and fix negativity around you. And we will get better. I know it. See you soon.